Alpha Omega World Development Marshall Program, United Nations Pentagon H World Military Government, and the Universal Queen of Queens Foundation Incorporated, International Bureau of Central Interpol. United Nations Plaza, New York, New York 10017 USA/Rockefeller Plaza Building, 5th Avenue, New York 10020 USA, Boni North Iriteo, Nueva Vizcaya, Philippines/PO Box number 148 Lapu-Lapu City, Philippines. Email address vitaguian@gmail.com, tvmtalano@gmail.com, bobmarcustalano@gmail.com, Alpha Omega World Mars Hall @gmail.com. Date: March 8, 2016. The Chairman/President/Board of Directors and Trustees, People's Bank of China/Bank of China Hong Kong, Number 1, Fuxingmen Neid AG, Beijing, China, 10/08/18. 2. Mr. Xian Guoli, Chairman of the Board of Directors, Bank of China. 2. Mr. ZHOU, Vice Chairman, People's Bank of China. 2. Mr. Chen SIQING, Executive Vice President of Bank of China Hong Kong. 2. Mr. ZHOU XIAOCHUAN, Governor, People's Bank of China. 2. Mr. ZHOU XIAOCHUAN, People's Bank of China President. CC, Honorable Xi Jinping, President, People's Republic of China. CC, Honorable Li Keqiang, Premier/Prime Minister, People's Republic of China. CC, Mr. Leung CHUN-YING, Chief Executive of Hong Kong. CC, Honorable Ma Ying-JEOU, President of Taiwan. CC, Mr. Peng FAI-NAN, Governor, Central Bank of the Republic of China Taiwan. CC, General Ban Ki-moon, Secretary General of United Nations. CC, Miss Christine Lagarde, IMF Managing Director. CC, Dr. Jim Yang Kim, World Bank President. CC, Miss Janet Louise Yellen, Chair of the Board of Governor of the Federal Reserve System. CC, Honorable Ronnie Abraham, President, International Court of Justice. CC, Mr. Jacob J. Lew, Secretary of the Treasury USA. CC, Trilateral Commissions. Through Mr. David Rockefeller/Mr. Jimmy Carter/Mr. Zbigniew Brzezinski/Mr. Walter Mondale/Mr. Henry Kissinger/Mr. Peter Carrington/Mr. George Bush Jr. U.S. President Barack Obama. Subject: UN ECOSOC Article 55 and New World Legal Order Implementation. Gentlemen, as a follow-through in the official communique sent to Mr. Chen SIQING dated June 24, 2014 electronically as attached folder with the following subject lines. First letter subject line: New World Legal Order Resolution adopted on October 4, 1982. Second letter subject line: 1. Invitation for a meeting/conference with His Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcus Tolano to GN IV relative to a proposed corporate governance partnership, to maturity in 2005 of the Loan Backup Agreement's Globe Maturity Zone, and to the central banks worldwide. 3. Implementation of Alpha Omega World Economic Development Mars Hall Program. Page 1. Please be informed that His Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcus Tolano to GN IV, codename TVMLSM 666, is right now at United Nations New York, restructuring and reformatting the global assets under the Code of Co-ranking of Recognized Asset Nations, that is already in the system of the Global Monetary Zone of Central Bank of Central Banks, that has already matured last 2005. Together with the 33 international regulatory bureaus and commissions for the next 30 years. List 33 international regulatory bureaus and commissions. 1. Central Intelligence Agency Pentagon CIA. 2. The Committee of 300. 3. The World Bank Group of USA. 4. The United Nations Organization. 5. The Trilateral Commissions. 6. The World Health Organization WHO. 7. The United States Supreme Court. 8. The Bilderberg Organizations. 9. The U.S. Treasury. 10. The 1313 Federal Reserve System. 11. The Bank Governor of the Federal Reserve System. 12. The Financial Action Task Force FATF. 13. The International Monetary Fund IMF. 14. The G-20-23 nations. 15. The Nasdaq National Association Security Dealers, AMEX. 16. The APEC, Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation. 17. The OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. 18. The ECB European Central Banks. 19. The UN Development Programme. 20. The UNIDO, United Nations Industrial Development Organization. 21. The Bank for International Settlement BIS. 22. The International Security Council UN. 23. The BRICS organizations Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. 24. The Vatican Caritas Mission. 25. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Elizabeth II Queen of England. 26. The UNHCR United Nations High Commissioner Refugees. 27. The International Court of Justice ICJ. 28. The International Criminal Court ICC. 29. The UNCTAD, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. 30. The International Chamber Commerce of 600. 31. Supreme Court of the Philippines. 32. His Majesty King Juan Carlos I and Queen Sofia of Spain. 33. International Bureau of Central Interpol. The Alpha Omega World Development Mars Hall Program under the chairmanship of His Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcos Tolano Tajian IV, is the legal proponent in the full implementation of UN ECOSOC Article 55 and the New World Legal Order NWLOAO program, and as clearly stated in the Testamentary Declaration of Intent CR 1948, duly signed, attested, and confirmed way back in August 11, 1958 by Dwight Eisenhower, former President of the United States of America and Supreme Commander of the Allied Nations and Non-Allied Nations, Harry S. Truman, ex-President of the United States of America, Ferdinand E. Marcos, former Senate President of the Republic of the Philippines and Legal Counsel of TVTMLSM 666. Gregorio S. Licaris, former Monetary Board Member, and Cesar Virata, former Monetary Board Member. Paragraph 4 and 6 states that I, General Dwight Eisenhower, Supreme Commander of the Allied Nations, and recognized Alpha Omega Global Marshall Program, a congregation of non-government organization adapted in the Article and Protocol of the United Nations World Legal. Page 2. Order. I also certified that there have been bullion of gold, diamond, platinum, real estate properties 01-4, TCT 408 and TCT 498, is the principal amended in the summit protected by Treaty of Versailles, Redeemers Code 1738-777. Global immunity supported by Security Code 5020. The BSP. US Federal US Treasury, World Bank, International Monetary Fund IMF, International Insurance Company executed an irrevocable commitment, and also issued a directive transmittal of fund or transfer of fund in favor of successor heirs. Code name appeared in every individual trust account code. The trust servicing prime bank under presentation of this document Article 12D obligation EBUS, committed crime to the heir TVTMLSM 666. If the bank violated the mutual agreement under the International Banking Law of Bailment and the UN Article 2 issued declaration embargo to Chulo No. 14 quibus modus re obligado under judicial stipulation subject to respect the Bill of Rights. Charter of Economic Rights of Ownership in accordance with Article 426, 427 and 428. See Attachment A1 and A2. Also certified by this irrevocable commitment - certificate of authority issued by General Dwight Eisenhower CIA, and attested by Harry S. Truman, consultant of Alpha Omega, last August 11, 1961, as stated in paragraph 1 to 4, that I, General Dwight Eisenhower, Supreme Commander of the Allied and Non-Allied Nations, found arrest of Alpha Omega World Government of the law and value attested by the ex-President Harry S. Truman, authorized TVTMLSM 666 to implement office and peace community development, to assist the LSM Alpha Omega beneficiaries, to withdraw and finance the infrastructure project caused by the damage of World War I and II, the sum, derived from the Multi-Provident Trust account deposit, maturity in 2005. Resolved, in order to effectively fulfill its purposes, it is imperatively endowed with juridical status, and conferred with certain privileges, under the law of ownership in accordance with Article 426. 427 and 428 to the end that its activities project undertaken. Therefore, the International Security Council and the international government agencies covenant of your New World Legal Order under Resolution No. 108 and 109 in accordance with Embargo Act 1807 with veto in accordance with Economic Social Order, this regards you can charge, and is charged in accordance with the provision of trust. Supported by the law of treaties and the law of security, this order is a revocable commitment effective in the year 2005. See Attachment-B. Still in consonance with UN ECOSOC Order 55, this certification clearly state, in paragraph 3 and 4, as duly signed and attested by Donald F. McHenry, former U.S. Ambassador, United Nations, Jimmy Carter, former Chairman of Trilateral Commission and past President of United States of America, Ferdinand E. Marcos, former President, Republic of the Philippines, and Kurt Waldheim, former Secretary General, United Nations, last August 11, 1981, that Tiburcio Villamor Marcos TVM is registered in Trilateral Society of Global Funder with Trilateral ID number 54, 32, 11, 01, Tentatura Decree 010, 740A, Republic Act 5445-54 registered in the 7 Book and 7 Seal authorized under the 12 Tables and 12 Emperors of Roman Law by Judge Schumann. Leo Steve Marcus LSM is registered in the Bank International Settlement with LSM Security Code 11-01-1233. 451-888 protected by Treaty of Perpetual Relation CR 1949, founder of 7th White Stallion. Recognized by the World Organization as the owner and sole signatory of the World Mutual Trust Deposit and undertaking the Code of Quran Flat AAA 777 MCD, bearing a diplomatic and consular minister owner Article 426. 427 and 428. See Attachment-C. page 3. Furthermore, the United Nations Charter in accordance with Resolution 108 and 109, and/or the Article 55, 57, 63 for Economic and Social Cultural Council ECOSOC, through the Trusteeship Council Convention adopt in Resolution number 93 LV in accordance with Article 55 for the preparation of ECOSOC 2005 Economic Project of the Alpha Omega World Peace Community Development Program. This letter of instruction number 71C duly signed and attested and affirmed by Kurt Waldheim, former Secretary General, United Nations, Ferdinand E. Marcos, former spokesman of UN Group 77, Head of State/President Republic of the Philippines, Ronald Reagan, former President United States of America, Head of State, and Tiburcio V. Marcos heir/owner/sole signatory. Redeemers Code 1738-77, implementer of Alpha Omega, last October 4, 1982 in Cancun, Mexico, as paragraph 7 clearly state, that this new world legal order, no intervention, non-use of political power, and respect the sovereignty, to avoid the destruction of the international documents represented by the bearer TVMLSM 666 to maintain the state of harmony amended in October 25, 1967. Any trustee bullion bank refused to coordinate and follow the rule of banking law of bailment, the bailee is punishable in De Veto Act or Embargo Act 1807. See attachment D1 and D2. And to reiterate, as mentioned in the previous communique, the 1950 bilateral Mines-Field Breakthrough Successor Agreement, which was duly signed and attested and confirmed by world leaders and TVM trust depositors and the immediate family of His Royal Highness TVM, and as clearly stated in paragraph 5, item 1 to item 11, that the successor heir/owner/sole signatory, provided in the law of ownership in accordance with Article 426, 427 and 428 as the only one have discretionary power to move, or remove after maturity in the year 2005 as integral part of this bilateral Mines-Field Successor Agreement as follows. 1. The present or successor heir of Prince Julian MacLeod Talano and Queen Isabel II III, Maria Cristina III, known as Cruz Villamor Talano's family clan, and the trustee father Jose Antonio Diaz alias Severino Santa Romana with 18 aliases, William Villamor Morales et al. And the mandate legal counsel Congressman Ferdinand Edrelin Marcos, asset manager of Code TVMLSM 666 called as depositor in trust. 2. Whereas, by virtue of all power in them he run to enabling the President of the Republic of the Philippines under the management of the Central Bank of the Philippines through Chairman of the Board and Monetary Authority represented by Honorable Governor Miguel Cuaderno Sr. in accordance with Central Bank Order No. 1, Republic Act 265 Maturity 2005. Approved and amended. 3. Whereas, referred to this bilateral Mines-Field Breakthrough Successor Agreement, the sole successor heir, embodied in the gift of love proclaimed by the President of the Republic of the Philippines, since 11th of August 1949, assisted by Central Bank Governor Miguel Cuaderno Sr., Prime Minister Chiang Kai-shek, of the Republic of China. Princess Isabella III, grandmother of Tiburcio Villamor Marcos, codenamed TVMLSM 666, constituted under Treaty of Perpetual as the means of balancing to protect the law of ownership Article 426, 427 and 428, Security Code 5020, all asset deposited in trust in Central Bank of the Philippines duly approved and amended under the Code of 010L50, maturity 2005. 4. Whereas, any portion of the loan program for the Republic of the Philippines through Central Bank shall share to other Prime Bank of the Philippines, including transfer of remittance from foreign to domestic. The Central Bank of the Philippines CBP is authorized trust servicing bank as keeper of the gold bullion code 010L50 owned by the LSM, until maturity comes agreed and approved. Page 4. 5. Whereas, the loan program with interest of 1% per annum, the sole successor heir shall also agree to pay the bank charges as integral part of his collectible from 1% interest per annum deductible upon maturity date of the investment program recorded into ledger to ledger and vault to vault transaction. Followed by inventory list up to balance sheet in accordance with this provision of bilateral Minesfield breakthrough successor agreement. It was approved and amended. 6. Whereas, the sole heir/owner shall be responsible to give any information regarding the history of ownership followed by the issuance of the certificate of entitlement, master account code authentication by the Office of the Board of Governor of the Federal Reserve System in coordination of the United States Treasury, World Bank and International Monetary Fund under secrecy of bank deposit, approved and amended with official seal as Annex A. 7. Whereas, all original certificate of deposit, safekeeping receipt and other bank instruments shall keep in the vault of the bank except for issuance of reference copy in favor to trust depositor. In case the said negotiable instrument/document at any time becomes mutilated or destroyed, lost, the original certificate, safekeeping receipt, delivery receipt, the bank must issue a new one. 8. Whereas, the U.S. Security Council, U.S. Federal Reserve System and the U.S. Treasury identified the code of sole successor heir/owner based in his trust account under C1 C2 C-19-21, appeared in the Special Trust Certificate of Deposit backup by Gold Code 777. Protected by Treaty of Perpetual, Treaty of Paris, Treaty of Versailles and Treaty of Agreement, it was approved and amended by the League of the Nations. 9. Whereas, all original certificate of trust depositor, trust receipt of account, delivery receipt shall be issued by the Central Bank of the Philippines, before transporting to other prime banks around the world. The assets commodities declared free from all liens and encumbrances and criminal origin, free from taxes with custom duty and insurance company, approved and amended. 10. Resolve. We hereby resolved, in accordance with Receipt Law, Act 2137, Section 1, duly approved and amended. 11. Resolved further, the rights and duties of bailor and bailee. The bailor must exercise care so as not to permit injury to or destruction of the properties of TVMLSM 666 by himself, or third party after maturity date. The bailee return the property in good faith by virtue of the rule of Trilateral Society of Global Fund must disagreed the Article 61. May by the Embargo Act 1807 shall be implemented without court order. See attached folder. Page 5. Since the asset at your bank, being an integral part of United Nations-bilateral Minesfield breakthrough successor agreement, the following fiduciary, FCDU, flat and trust deposit/S as stated below under the International Banking Law of Bailment Section 7, 10, and 11 including the Trilateral Act 61 and Embargo Act 1807. And we would like to request that you send us for an updated balance sheet with interest as of the March 2016, considering that what we have on archive is only up to November 1st, 2007. And please send it digitally to the private email of the chairman as stated below. See 2007 BOC confirmation as attached. Bank of China Hong Kong, previously bank account number 180 21 10 83 3 838. Bank account number 34 25 55 11 Ammo 1. Warehouse receipt number C3110. Up to 3190. USD account number 681-11 27 85/081-11 27 85. Balance sheet confirmation as November 1st, 2007. Total of US dollars to $2,590,058,000,00 USD to $2,590,058,000,000,000 US dollar. In this regards, we also would like to request from the incumbent board of directors to please initiate a resolution and assign one of your trusted bank executive to function as an exclusive banker/bankero for the chairman Tiburcio Villamor Marcus Tilano to GN IV, so as attend to his financial and banking needs soonest, as we don't have the luxury of time. And we would strongly suggest that the assigned bankero will connect immediately with chairman directly on his mobile phones as stated above on the header. His Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcus Tilano to GN IV will also be recommending about 5 to 6 individuals on his choosing to be his nominees to sit as board of directors/trustees of the bank, being a major shareholder and investor. Names and contact details to follow soonest. In closing, we would like to share this recent communique that we have dispatched addressed to IMF, World Bank, Federal Reserve System, United Nations and Federal Reserve Bank, New York, last January 18, 2016, on the restructuring of the global asset already in the system of the global monetary zone of central banks, which has already matured as a stimulus backup, together with all its corresponding attachments. For your information and appreciation on the seriousness of this directive, see attachment E1 and E2, F, G, H, I, J1 and J2. Also attached are additional documentary evidences for easy references such as 1952 Last Will and Testament attachment K1 to K4. 1962 Last Will and Testament attachment L1 and L2. 1974 Certificate of Re-establishment of El Banco Español Filipino Offshore Capital Banking System under Republic Act 6424, PD number 1034, and PD number 1453. The Statement of the Central General Order number 1 attachment M1 and M2. 1950 Safekeeping Receipt number AB 51263-El Banco Español Filipino Offshore Capital and his subsidiary El Banco Español de Esabel Segundo attachment N. 1976 Authentication of TVMLS M666 documents by the Department of Foreign Affairs attachment O. Oath of office administered by the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of the Philippines, on August 11, 1978 Chief Justice Fred Ruiz Castro attachment P. Oath of office administered by the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of the Philippines, CJ Corona 2012 attachment Q. TVMLS M666 Certificate of Entitlement under the Proclamation of Gift of Love CR 1949 with Special Trust Deposit Agreement through the International Banking Law Bailment, provided under UCC Section 2, 403C Chapter 19 amended in the Board of Governor Annual Meeting 1976. And the Monetary Authority, Manila, Philippines Attachment R1 and R2. 1974 Irrevocable Joint Trust Declaration Attachment S1 to S4. Supreme Court Orders Year 1974, 1976, 1977 and 1978, issued the Supreme Court of the Philippines Attachment T1 to T5. Page 6. Certificate of Global Immunity Attachment U1 to U3. We hope and pray that the desire of His Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcos Tolano to GN IV, based on this directive, be treated expeditiously, and continuous hesitation to cooperate might compel us to move and/or remove the asset commodities, and be placed in another investable funds. Lastly, we would also appreciate if your good office could send an acknowledgement email upon the receipt of this communique directly to his email-vitagian@gmail.com or tvmtolano@gmail.com. As we further await. Thank you so much, and have a nice day. Respectfully yours. Signed, General Robert Liza Marcos Tolano to GN V, COO, Attorney-in-Fact, Provost Mars Hall, Alpha Omega World Development Mars Hall Program, the Universal Queen of Queens Foundation Incorporated, Philippines, codename RLM012, official page www.facebook.com/Alpha Omega World. Signed, General Kenneth ZHOU, Chief Financial Officer, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee/Provost Marshal, codename KYY-066. Signed, General Eugene M. Martyrs, Managing Director/Chaplain, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee/Provost Marshal, codename EMM-007. Signed, General Melvin Luis R. Awano, Ministro de Communications, Adjutant General/Mandate Trustee/Provost Marshal, codename MR.026. Page 7. Conformed by. Signed, His Royal Highness Tiburcio Villamor Marcos Tolano to GN IV, Successor Heir of OCTT-01-4/TCTT 408, T498/Hacienda Filipina Archipelago. United Nations, 7-star Governor General, Coran Sole Signatory, codename TVMLSM666, U.S. Treasury ID, IC, 60-847-9, Titular Decree Number 01-022-7408. Federal Reserve System ID Number, C60-84-79, Global Funder Trilateral Number, 54-32-11-01-10. Co-Chairman the Committee of 300, Member, G20, 23H World LSM Alpha Omega, Member of the Board Trilateral Commission, Chairman, El Banco Espanol de Filipino de Esabel Segundo, World Chairman, Alpha Omega Global Mars Hall Program, Member the International Security Council of United Nations. Origin of Funds AAA, MCD, 777, Infinite Account, established under White Spiritual Boy, Spiritual Wonder Boy, Morning Star and King David. RSBLP 12 0005-B RSBLP 10. Company name, RSBLP Group of Companies and Bank of RSBLP. Audited statement are approved forever, and without due opposition, protest and other negative mean by the United Nations organizations, the Committee of 300 and the World Bank Group. For further information visit www.uncj.org/www.icc.org/www.worldbank.org/www.fadfgafi.org. Page 8.